what felt like a very long and stressful apartment hunt, I moved into an apartment. And now the focus is on finding furniture and trying to design the interior so that it doesn't look like a startup dorm place. You know what I'm saying? I think whenever things are out of the norm, for example, if you're changing jobs or changing apartments, it all feels extra stressful. And I found that it's very important to try and change that feeling of stress into a feeling of excitement for what the future holds, for what you can build out of a new place, for all the possibilities that will come with this change. And that's something that I've been working on. What a beautiful, beautiful day to be alive and walking around Brooklyn. It's super sunny and I was rushing out, so I didn't actually, this is terrible. I didn't end up putting sunscreen on the rest of my body, only on my face, which is bad, but luckily I have a cardigan with me. So if it does get too bad and I'm out in the sun for too long, then I will put that over my head to cover my arms. My legs are just going to have to suffer a bit. It's actually pretty hot. Today I'm going to be meeting up with a friend, catching up. Haven't seen her in absolutely ages. Well, I saw her once a month or so ago for a screening. For her screening, that's a key point. But I haven't really talked to her because, you know, when you're at a screening event, you can't really have a proper catch up. And then I'll be recording afterwards. So it's quite exciting for me because I really miss recording. I haven't done it in ages with all the moving stuff. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. This past week has been filled with lots of buying, returning, fixing, and building. Lots of those you live and you learn moments, lots of trial and error. I guess that's what happens when you move into a new place. Oh, check this out. Lots and lots of goodies in this one. Oh, I wonder what that box is. Oh my gosh, I know exactly what, okay, these are some cool towels. I know exactly what this box is. I got some protein chips from Quest. And I'm gonna try the Amazon brand for the shampoo and hair conditioner because apparently it has the same ingredients as the Head & Shoulders one and it's cheaper, so we'll see how that one goes. And this is, okay, super important, router. I originally wanted to get Fios, however, they then told us that 50 Mbps was the highest that we could get. That's for both upload and download. And I think for upload that would have been fine. But for download, it's quite low compared to some of the other numbers. Based on the number of devices I'd be using, for Fios they recommended something like 200-300 Mbps. And then they say, sorry man, you can only get 50. So I thought, okay, 50, And to be honest, it felt like I was getting tricked a bit. I'm sure they didn't mean to, but they said you can get 50 and you can then upgrade later. And then it's afterwards in the conversation that I found out 50 is the maximum that it allows from Verizon. Just didn't feel too good about it. That's why I ended up going with Spectrum. But we'll see, I've never been on Spectrum before. When I first opened this huge box, let me show you. This huge thing. I opened it and I think I know what it is. Did I or did I not just get a big tatami mat that might be a bit too big for the living room? Yes. And do I regret it? Nah. I mean, look at it. It's so cool. This might have been a kind of bad interior design decision to make because of the space. However, just look at that. That's gonna be my zen corner. I'm gonna have to figure out how to deck it out in a way where it doesn't look like a play area, but maybe it is a play area. Yeah, what if it's just my play area? I also decided to try brown bed sheets. That's the floor, that's the tatami mat, and those are the brown bed sheets. I'm not sure if it's gonna look like poo or if it's gonna look amazing. Poo, chocolate, amazing? I don't know. What do you think? Doesn't this just look like a Christmas gift? Best wishes. Oh, it's so cute. I might have shown you already what it is, but can you guess what it is? Oh, That's so cool. Wait, it's already on? Okay, so the cool thing about this thermo flask and what made me decide to get it is it shows the temperature of what's inside. I'm not quite sure where the battery goes. I'll definitely put it to the test and let you know. But visually, that's a pretty cute color, isn't it? All the other ones were either metal or black. They would have looked quite slick, but look, it pairs so well with the brown tatami mat. And look at this, doesn't this look like a mini toilet brush? So it's apparently for cleaning this thing. Check it out in action. So when I tap it, it tells me the temperature. Wow. This is about 24 hours after. And it's at 75 degrees. Okay. Now with this one, there were some really cute options that were also around that color. They would have matched so well. However, I didn't want to risk getting a toaster that's got bad reviews, because visually it would have looked great, but you know, you kind of want it to be functional as well. It's pretty basic. Let's see. The plastic knobs look a little bit cheap. Oh well. So yeah, you've got the heating, you've got the cancel, you've got all that stuff. And it seems like it would be wide enough. Maybe not for those long sourdough slices, but for regular toast it should be okay. Voila! Anyone else a fan of these? Look at them. Loaded taco burger. I'm not sure what that tastes like. There we are. Please sponsor me, Quest. Lots more stuff came in today. I got this color specifically to match this. Let's see. What temperature it's at. I should probably take the plastic peel off, but I stayed with my grandma when I was younger and I got into the habit of not taking the plastic thing off, but it is silly. It's silly. Okay, I have wanted one of these since I knew shaved ice existed. I am so excited for this. Apparently a problem with this model is that you only get 2 small ice shape makers and it has to be specifically this shape to work in this machine. However, it's not like I'm gonna have a party here with shaved ice, so yeah. I'm so excited to use this. You have no idea. It's 7:30 in the morning, however, I simply couldn't wait. So I grabbed this out of the freezer. It's finally turned into ice. So I'm gonna try this shaved slow machine. And then I need to place this thing on top. I have placed a bowl in there. I hope the size is right. Let's try it, I guess. I put the thing on, connected it, and I'm pressing the button. I wanted it to be thicker, so this is a thick character, this is thin. I want it to be thick, and is there anything else? No. Okay, let's try it again. I think it did a pretty good job. Oh, there's a little bit left there. I just want to say I got completely tricked, by the way, by this fridge. I saw this in Target. I thought it was really cute. It was only $3 something. And, you know, it's one of those things where you can write in what you're missing, what you need to buy, whether it's milk, coffee, tea, whatever. Actually, no. I'm trying to not drink coffee, so not coffee. And then I thought, hey, this is so convenient. This is perfect because it has a magnetic strip on the top and the bottom. And this behemoth of a fridge, it's all metal. So it should attach perfectly. And it doesn't. I'm back. I've stuck these on 3 points, 1, 2, 3. 3 because I didn't really cut it very equally. I was gonna do 4, but oh well. And we're gonna see whether or not this is strong enough. Now, the problem is that these stickers are actually quite old, so the glue's probably not as strong. It's very possible that in the middle of the night I'm gonna hear a big crash and it's going to be this board hitting the floor. Now, hopefully it's made of, hopefully it's made of sturdy enough material that it won't break. But I guess we won't know until we let it drop. It's a bit worrisome that the wall of the fridge is kind of squidgy. I don't think this board is that heavy, so one commander strip should be enough. So what are we missing so far? Turkey breast. Here is the terrible handwriting, which luckily we can get rid of because it's dry erase. I want to share a story about something that happened during the apartment hunting phase. I met some really mean agents. Compared to the agent that we had in Hong Kong, they were just so mean. Some didn't really bother showing the place because there was so much demand. I guess they didn't feel the need to really sell the place. They kind of just rushed you in and then rushed you out. There was one agent in particular that stood out. I was checking out a place in Astoria and the agent invited us to go and view the place. I waited in the lobby. Turns out it was for a group viewing. I wasn't told beforehand, but whatever. We were waiting for the others to arrive, and then when they did, the agent started asking us all really personal questions in front of all of these strangers and pit us up against each other to see who is a better renter. It was really uncomfortable. Then later on, when we were in the apartment in front of the other interested renters, he goes, if you guys want to kick those people out of the running, you just need to send the deposit in by tonight, and that's it. They're out. He said some other inappropriate stuff that I'm not gonna bring up here. It was really rude and it made us feel really uncomfortable. Now, I don't know whether that's just his personality or whether this is a result of the agents being too busy and because there really is a lot of demand for renting apartments in New York City at the moment. Turns out it was too far of a commute anyway. So, oh well. By the way, if you enjoy hearing stories of what happens in my life, then be sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps and it is super encouraging. Anyway, back to the fixing part that's been a big part of my life lately. The curtains. This building has built-in tracks for blinds, which is kind of strange since it's quite unusual for living places to use blinds, although it might be to protect the AC from the sun. I don't know. You see, with the amount of noise that you get from the streets, and there is a lot of honking. Lots of angry drivers in Manhattan. Anywho, blinds weren't gonna cut it. And the apartment is south facing, which means it gets a lot of sun, which is great if you love the sun. However, you also get it when you don't really want it early in the morning. For those who don't know, north and south facing apartments get a more even spread of light throughout the day because, you know, it gets a bit of the east and a bit of the west. The north facing ones generally are dimmer. It's usually in the shade, whereas the south facing ones get direct sunlight. This means that the apartments facing south get a lot more sun, which means it is hotter, but it also means more light. So I really wanted curtains, and that would usually mean a tension rod of sorts. However, because the windows that I have here in the bedroom and the living room are quite wide, a tension rod would get kind of wobbly and unstable. Instead, I bought curtains that have holes, and then I also bought these special hooks so I can hook the curtains and then use these metal hooks to connect the curtains to the tracks for the blinds. Technically, it's got a really sharp end here, and then you're supposed to sort of slide it in here, but I think these curtains are a bit too long and heavy. They will probably rip and I will damage the fabric if I do that. Instead, what I'm going to be doing is simply attaching it like this and then pushing it forward. And this cost about $10 or $12, so that's a hack for those of you living in rentals. I actually found that it's easier if you put these hooks on first, and then what you can do is you carefully attach. Oh god, that is so dirty. I should find time to clean that, but not right now. Okay, let me do this with 2 hands. And voila, all done. And what it looks like from the front is like this. And then there's this ugly internet cable hole in the wall. It's literally a hole in the wall. There is no wall there. The previous tenants used a TV to hide it, but I don't have a TV, so I had to think of something else. And that's why I used this instead. Now, I'm not sure if it's gonna work or not, because this is very broken. However, we will try. So it's not exactly the most elegant solution, but the only way I can make it fit is by half attaching the box. So this side clipped on, but that side, it just doesn't fit. So yeah. However, when you shove it in the wall, like this, you can't see. Now I can't use screws because there's nothing to screw it to, and I also can't use glue in case someone needs to change this. So I'm going to use command attachment Velcro if I can find it. This stuff. Unfortunately, because of the way it is completely broken inside, I can't get it to attach to the wall. So it kind of just hovers here. If you don't pay close attention to it, I guess it's not a disaster. It's not ideal, but it's not a disaster. And these are amazing. They're so sticky. Comment below any other renters hacks that can make your home feel more homey. That would be greatly appreciated because it's a bit of a struggle, and any strange experiences that you've had with agents. I wish you the best day and week ahead. Until next time, bye!